Morning, guys. We're mid-February and I hadn't got a shed hunting video up yet. This is gonna be my first one. Scouting a new area. Got a hell of a trail. Bunch of cedar rubs up in here. Just jumped some deer over here. But we're gonna see if we can get some antlers picked up. Boys done picked up a couple fresh this year. I'll get them in the video. We hadn't really had much luck yet, but a lot of bucks holding antlers. But we're gonna start this video off with a bunch of antlers we picked up since last fall, our last shed season. And then hopefully put some in the tail end that we pick up today. Hang with us, see what we get. All right, guys, we've got a mile or so in. We're covering all the burnt lands. Actually came around this ridge line and we worked around and came back through here and got my first antler up here. It looks like an old one, but it's pretty big. Get to walk up here. Man, I wish that thing's got tines. All kinds of beam on it. Chewed up, old. Be a dandy. Oh. Yep. Been a big mainframe 10 point, looks like. Tail off there, that. Brown tine. Got some extras in here. But probably had something there to chewed off. That's a big one. Well, was a big one. Yeah, let's go find some more. Man, it's windy. Well, I just stood up there on the hilltop and glassed up this little feller down here. And kiddo walked right below it, came around. Get big up. It looks like an old one. It ain't very big. Kind of chewed up. Oh yeah. Ugh. Burnt tips on it. Ain't much there. Yep, there comes kiddo. He ain't got nothing in his hand yet. Okay, let's go find something else hopefully. Alright, well, we're out here on this old walk-in. Got some old farmstead here. Looking for lace hunt. I think we just found what we're gonna set up at. But looking at some rubs and stuff through here, and we spotted this. That's a whole lot of antler. That's a big 4-point side. I don't know if we need to set up here or not, but that's a good sign. I think we're going to probably do it. Unfortunately, we're on a walk-in, so it's going to stay here. Well, guys, here we are, late December. First shed hunt, and I'm kind of looking for last year's sheds and covered a bunch of broke ground here, burnt, whatever else. And I'm just up on these hillsides covering what would normally be really thick grass. They burnt this, I don't know, a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. There's my first antler. I don't really want to say the first one of the year, first one of the shed season. Obviously last year's antler. Nice little 4-point side. All right, that's a start.
Got my first find of the year, and it looks to be a deadhead. But if you couldn't tell, it's quite the impressive one. That thing, obviously old and broken up, but had something goofy going on when it was still. They are real tall, had decent brows inside. Weird swooping going on, but ain't no point in bringing that thing out. It's older than the hills, if you ask me. But hopefully we can find us an antler to add on to the day shed, I guess.
Still no antlers, but sometimes out and about on these shed hunts, you find some pretty cool old structures and stuff. Anyone that's familiar with the public land I'm on probably knows exactly where I'm at now, but I didn't find no sheds here. All right, let's keep on rolling.
Walking this trail and just found the first one of the day, and it looks to be a tiny one. Rather chewed up as well, but we're in early January. I think it's actually the 3rd right now, and just trying to get some early mileage in. Not seeing many deer with antlers off, but it's nice to find old antlers too, so we're gonna put some mileage in, try to boost up from the low season we had last year. Hopefully we can add on to this one today. Just popped in this opening here. Coming off of this, there's a nice little bed like right there. And notice this guy I'm honestly not sure if this is where this thing was dropped off at or not. If I had to guess, probably got moved here by some coyotes. Chewing all up and down that main beam though. Probably a 4-point shed at one point and just got chewed up and destroyed down to 3 points. It's not a bad one, but antler's an antler, and that's number 2 on the year. Love to see it. Love to see it. Oh, we got a real interesting spot. We just found one. Just came up this real thick cedar path type of thing, and got up on top of this little flat here. There's a deer antler. If I had to guess, a deer was probably bedded right here and dropped it, but not a bad one. Not quite as chewed up as the others. It's nice to see a full antler actually, but obviously nothing to size yet. Really want to find that size, and maybe we will at some point, but if we keep finding dinks at this pace, I'm going to be happy. Well, we just came through here, kind of saw this, and I was like, oh, this looks pretty good, looks pretty sheddy. I just caught some tines through some brush up here, and I can tell you it's definitely bigger than anything else we found today. It's actually a very solid 4-point, good lord. Oh my. Look at that G2, how it swirls in. Bladed a little bit. And that G3 is almost like set in the inside of that main beam. Really cool there. Cuts hard in. Not a bad brow tine. Real heavy antler. It's weird because sometimes you'll find these antlers and they're like way lighter than you expect. And then sometimes you'll find them and they're little bricks. But that's a very solid antler, and that's kind of what we came out and looked for. Big old antler. But maybe we'll find a freshie. Maybe we'll just be stuck with old ones, but I can be happy with old ones when they look like this. See it?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Looks like it might be a fresh too.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we just busted out one spot. Sucked at finding antlers. Going down the road to the next spot, and old youngin done spotted what looks like a fresh laying out there on the ground. Oh man, decent looking 5-point side. All right, he's on the board today. I think that's our first fresh of the year. We're on all public here, so we ain't running in someone's field to get it.
Got some tall tines.
Yeah, it's a good looking little thing. All right, let's go find something.
Man, we just rolled up on number 2. Yes! Heck yeah, son. It's a dinky one, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm just glad we're finally getting on some antlers. It's been a lot of miles and not much, but picked up a roadie and now this one, and hopefully we can keep getting them down. Let's go. Well, we just came up on find number 3. Got some bones. Deadhead. Not much of a deadhead, but it's one, and it's a find. It is so nice having finds after this. I mean, we walked 20 miles without anything, and now I don't even think I got 2 miles yet, and I got 2 sheds and a deadhead. So hopefully we can get like a sizable one, something in the 60s, but if not, we'll just keep walking. This place got my attention. We got a nice little bedding area right here, surrounded by trees. And came in here looking for a shed, but came and put the deadhead. It's pretty sweet. Well, just got the first one of the day, and it's pretty chewed up. Old crappy thing, but antlers are all nice this early. This is number 1 in this cedar grove, and I imagine we're gonna find more in here. It just looks nice, but pack rats got to this one before we could. We're gonna keep walking this trail, and hopefully we can find some more.
Well guys, it's been about 6 miles today, and about 20 since the last antler I found. I guess we're gonna call it quits today and get this video up.